NintendoWaves.com. Resourceful collectors got an NES system, got cartridge protectors. I've had mine since 1985. Excite bike and duck hunt kept me staying alive. I got that Cobra command, got that double dragon. Motherfuckers talk shit, I'll be fucking stuck. Call me Ninja Gaiden, the dark sword of chaos. Yo, I'm hanging with my crew, we a bunch of players.
Hey guys, how's it going? Penguin here, coming to you with a little finds video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured I'd do one now. I just got back from a trip to Daytona Beach, Florida. Was up there with my buddy from Nintendo Age, Burdger, Ross, and we had probably one of the best times I've ever had hunting for games. So take a look at a few of the things I picked up. First though, I got a couple things I picked up at Play and Trade recently. A couple NES carts that I've been needing. Ren and Stimpy Buckaroos, classic game. I had this when I was a kid. I used to rent it from one of the video stores. I think it was Blockbuster around here. So it's a pretty fun little game. Kid plays Ren and Stimpy going around. It's a side-scrolling platformer by, let's see, THQ Software. Good company. Not really, but. Here's another harder to find one. This is the original Terminator. Believe it or not, this is kind of a harder to find version. Terminator 2 is actually more common, which is an LJN game, as some of you probably know about LJN. Not very good. Here we got Excite Bike. Not any normal Excite Bike, but this one has a Famicom converter inside, which you can't really tell from just looking at the cartridge. You have to look at the pins inside. The way to tell if a game excuse me, has a Famicom converter in it is it has to be a black box game. The only ones that'll have a Famicom converter are the ones that were made from Christmas of 1985 when they were short on boards. And you can tell by looking at the bottom of here. If you look very closely at the pins, you can't really see it in the camera, but instead of the pins being straight in the center, they're kind of offset to the side. And also the weight of the cartridge is a lot heavier. But sometime maybe I'll take that apart and show you guys what that looks like. Here's another good game I've been needing. First time I ever saw this one in the wild, but Ninja Gaiden 3, classic. Now I have the trilogy. I just need the box for this guy now. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. When I was up in Daytona this past weekend, picked up some really awesome deals. We checked out numerous game stores that were around the area. We checked out a flea market. Didn't see anything at the flea market, unfortunately, but at the game stores, that was another story. First, I'll start out with some of the NES cartridges I picked up. Just some, common stuff. This is kind of uncommon. Motor City Patrol. I actually picked that up from my buddy Enslaved. He needs it. I've already got it, so. A couple copies of Super Mario 3 classics, and Pilot Wings for the Super Nintendo, another classic game. Alright, now the good stuff. The first store that we went into, actually the second store, they had kind of strange on a lot of their pricing. A lot of their games, like they would value them on eBay prices. They would take the lowest eBay value. That way when they sold the game, they could rebuy the game and keep it in stock, which doesn't make any sense to me because they're not making any money off of it. But hey, I can see their reasoning behind doing it with some of the rare games to kind of keep stock up and to kind of draw attention from people like me that actually know what they are, but people aren't going to pay $90 for a Snow Brothers cartridge. Not when you can get one for 40 or 50. It just doesn't work that way. People do not understand this business plan. But I'm not going to get into that. You guys don't want to hear me ramble about reselling video games and jacking up prices. But they didn't know their prices on Virtual Boy games. I got all these Virtual Boy games for about $3 to $4 a piece, and there's some good ones in here. Baseball's not really. It's the most common Virtual Boy game, but it's one of the last ones I needed. So I had to pick it up. Now I only need Jack Bros. That's the last one I need, but I haven't found it yet. But so he also picked up Mario Clash, another classic one. Had that already. 3D Tetris, but like I said, I couldn't pass up on these for how cheap they were. Nestor's Funky Bowling. Good old Nestor from Nintendo Power, as some of you might know. And Wario Land, another great platformer. And the rare one of the bunch that I picked up, Waterworld. Horrible game, pretty hard to find. Couldn't pass on this for $5. I'd be stupid too. Okay, now getting into the good stuff. Picked up a couple complete in box NES games there. Picked up a very, very nice copy of 10 Yard Fight. really nice condition, as you can see there. It's got a little dent in the top left corner here, but other than that, it's a lot nicer than my current copy, so it's a good upgrade for that. So always nice to get a black box game. I think this was $5. And this was from the store that had all the overpriced games. Another one, unlicensed game, Pyramid. This one I've been needing the box and manual for. I've had the cartridge, so it was nice to pick this up. I think I paid $10 for that. Pretty good price. I know one on eBay just sold for around $30, so paid about a third of the price of what it goes for. Let's see, another good one here, Kiwi Craze. This is a kind of fun little platform. I had never played it before, and I played it the other night with Ross, and we had a pretty good time with it. It's pretty challenging, actually. But this is a kind of a harder to find game. People don't really know about the rarity on this one, but it is a Taito game, and Taito means rarity for the later releases and quality for the most part. I don't think I've ever played a bad Taito game. All right, now for the two coolest things that I found this weekend. First one is an Atari Jaguar game. Now I know what you're thinking, Atari Jaguar, how is that cool? But I have a little spot in my heart for the Jaguar. I have no idea why, but I've been looking for this game for a while, and I've never seen it anywhere, and I finally found it, and lo and behold, it was complete in the box. Alien vs. Predator. I'm a big fan of both of the franchises, and since I got my Atari Jaguar and I found out about this game, I had to get it, so I found this at one of the other game stores. And last but not least, the best item. Now a lot of you probably won't even know what this is, but for those of you who are experienced NES collectors, most of you probably know about Stadium Events. There was another game that was released around the same time as Stadium Events was. It's not anywhere near as rare, but it is very hard to find. The cartridge is really common, which is strange, but the box and manual are very hard to find. The box especially is the hardest part. But when they released Stadium Events, they also released a power pad, which was called the Family Fun Fitness Pad before Nintendo bought it. Sorry, there's a moth in here. And when Nintendo bought the license from Bandai, they renamed it, and they renamed this game, well, it still stayed called Athletic World, but it got a different box and manual. And this is the version that was the first release that Nintendo recalled. This was packed in with the Family Fun Fitness Pad, which we know as the Power Pad. The version of the Family Fun Fitness Pad I actually have. I'm missing the box for it, but it's a lot more colorful than the Power Pad. It's kind of a yellowish color, and it has pink and blue buttons on it, rather than the Power Pad one, which is gray and white, and it has red and blue buttons. But yeah, this is the harder to find box version. It didn't have a manual, unfortunately, but the box is in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of wear on the bottom there, but surprisingly, the hang tab is still unpunched. And get this, the price, look at that, $9.99. Couldn't believe it. Ross actually spotted this, and he kind of did a double take, and he pulled it out, and I was like, but he already had it, so thankfully he gave it to me, and I was really happy about that, so thank you, Ross. It's a great addition to the collection, a box I never thought I would find, and I never really would have wanted to pay the $200 or $300 for it that it normally goes for, because I mean, it's just a sports game. It's a variant of a re-release that Nintendo did. But hey, thanks to Ross, and thanks to this game store for not knowing what it was. I have it now. So it's been a pretty exciting weekend. Had a great time. Got some sun at the beach. Had some really good waves out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch up with you next time. Later.